So if you haven't already heard about the Wordle craze, it's an addictive word game, particularly amongst adults, where you have 6 attempts to figure out what a word is, and you plug in a 5-letter word, and the game will tell you if you have any letters that are in the correct place, if you have any letters that are part of the word not in the correct place, and any letters that are not in the word whatsoever. And there now are a lot of Wordle generators out there so that you can actually create them for your students. And it has a lot of educational applications if you want students to practice spelling words or practice vocabulary or foreign language or even some kind of team building activity where they have to compete against each other to solve this particular type of word problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you not only how to create a Wordle, which is very simple, but I'm also going to show you how to embed it directly into Schoology or really any website where you have access to the code. So do not be intimidated by some of the stuff that I'm going to show you because there's really just a couple of quick steps to do this. So first thing I'm going to do is come over to a website where you can generate your own Wordle. There's several of them out there now, but I found one called flippity.net, and it seemed to be geared towards education because there's a lot of digital games you can create for your students. So if you scroll down and you look for one that says Flippity Wordmaster, and you go ahead and click on instructions, this is going to bring you to just a very simple page where you can generate your Wordle. So these words are the default words that they give you. So you can just have one word in there for one Wordle game, or if you want students to continue to work on Wordles, you can put as many words as you want. And once they solve one, they'll be prompted to do the next. So I'm just going to put in one word for now. You also can put in a title for your game if you want. And then all you need to do is click generate, and here is the Wordle. So I have a URL for it, which is great. So I'm going to copy this. Now, this website address for my Wordle, you could paste directly into Schoology or into OneNote or to however you're going to be communicating with your students digitally. But if you want to keep it really neat and keep it into Schoology, what you can do is get an embed code for this. So what I'm not going to do now is I'm going to pop over to a website that generates HTML coding for a website. And please don't be alarmed or intimidated by this because you don't have to know anything about coding in order to do this. I really don't know anything about coding myself. So I went to a website, it's called iframe-generator.com. And what this is going to do is in this little iframe URL over here, I'm going to paste in my website. And here it is. And I'm going to just change the height from 600 to 800 and the width over here from 400 to 600. And that's it. That's all you need to do. And then I'm going to click generate. So now I have some scary HTML coding over here. And again, you don't need to know what it means or what it does. All you need to do is copy it. And then I'm going to pop back over onto my Schoology page, and I'm going to go into my course and put it where I want it to appear for my students. So let's say I want to put it maybe inside my embedding folder here. So I'm going to click on the green line because I want it to appear at the top. And I'm going to add a page. You're going to put in a title, today's Wordle, whatever you want to call it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to switch this text box over here. We're actually going to switch over to the HTML mode of this. And this is where if you were a coder, you could build your site using coding language. But since we don't know anything about coding language, we let another site do it for us. And then all we need to do is paste it. So I pasted that code that was generated by iframe generator. I click on create, and that's really it. It's just a few steps that look scary, but really all you need to do is know how to copy and paste and put it in the correct places. So here's my site that I just created, my page. So now when my students click on that, they will go directly to the Wordle, and then they can start typing in and they can start working on their Wordle. So I hope this tool was helpful. It's a fun, interesting way to incorporate other online games into your Schoology courses.